Hello, this is Team IntelliData and I'm Ronak Raj. You're my teammates Dilip, Nitin, Salman and Vinay. We are going to talk about the social media phenomenon. We're going to talk about the social media phenomenon for sustainability. Our client is Wiser Earth. Uh, our agenda for today would be something about the social phenomena that we are looking at. How would business intelligence help Wiser Earth? The ways we actually collected data through the APIs and the web crawlers. Something about the report, OBIE reports, the SNA and Jiffy graphs, the conclusions, and finally the Q&A. Alright, so what is Wiser Earth? Paul Hawken was a person who actually created this idea of having the wiserearth.org website, in which he would actually emphasize upon having a cleaner green planet and something to give back to the environment. So this person Paul Hawken introduced this concept and started Wiser Earth. So Wiser Earth is made up of organizations, it has users, it has events, and it has activities that people take part in. So just to give you an overview of what Wiser Earth is, Wiser Earth is a 100,000 organization worldwide strong website. It has got a lot of participation and a lot of contributions from many people. It has 50,000 registered users. It has 46 area of focuses and around 400 sub area of focuses, and also it has around 2,500 groups that actually actively take part in activities around the globe. So in case there's so for example, if there is an activity in the US, so certain number of groups will always be present in such activities which are relevant to their area of focus. For example, Trees for the Future is one of the area of focuses. So if there is a certain group who are promoting planting of trees and not cutting of trees, they would actually take part in these activities and make the event or the activity stronger. Alright, so what have we planned for Wiser Earth? We have actually come up with a few questions that we could answer using the OWB and OBIE tools, business intelligence tools for Wiser Earth. One of the first questions would be, what is the most prominent event for sustainable development? What is the most famous activity, or what is the most prominent area of focus? Then we would actually want to find out what is the concentration of organizations spread over the US and the entire world. Also, we would also like to actually dig into what is the concentration of organizations all over the world, where can it be improved, what can be the enhancements that can be made so that more activity can be generated because of the events held at wiserearth.org. Going forward, this is our star schema. Here we have a factless fact table where we have connected the organizations, the users, and the area of focus. This star schema will enable us to actually understand the users that are connected to every organization and the area of focuses that the organizations are actually included in. So every organization has many area of focuses, and many area of focuses have many organizations attached to it. So what we are trying to look at is the users who are who are actually connected to these organizations and the activities that go on in these organizations. The second star schema actually is a drill down from the first one. Here we have concentrated more on the events and the area of focus. So what we are doing is, we have left aside the organizations, but we have concentrated on the events that take place in particular area of focuses. So like for example, as I said before, Trees for the Future would be an area of focus, and there will be different events and activities that are arranged for this area of focus throughout the year. So we would actually like to know the participation and the number of users who are actually taking part in this event and activity. And also the fact table here is also a factless fact table. Yeah. So this is the data collection part, wherein we actually used APIs which were available for visorearth.org, but the APIs did not give us very detailed information, so we had to look for web crawlers like WebRipper, which actually gave us comprehensive details about all the organizations and all the area of focuses that we were trying to concentrate on. We also got data about the users who were actually connected to these organizations and the number of organizations the users were connected to. So finally, now we look at the OBI reports that we have generated using the data that we collected from the web crawler. This report actually looks at the organization and versus the organization links. Now, as for example, how Facebook works is we have people who are connected to people. Same way, VisorEarth has a concept where organizations are linked with other organizations. So, what does this say about one organization? When an organization is actually connected to many other organizations, it means that that organization is well connected, its outreach is the maximum, and it can actually spread the word more easily than compared to the other organizations. So this is something that is very important when it comes to networking for such social events, because only when there is a little clarity and a little activity that people see, they would like to take part. So what we have observed from this is Habitat for Humanities has the maximum number of organizations linked with it. So it has got out, and this is one organization which is in Pennsylvania. Going forward, looking at the Jiffy map, we will actually make it more. Try to make it more prominent for you. We can see that the other organizations have an average of 50 organizations connected to it, so which is a good number. But having means increasing the number of organizations which actually help the organizations and help them increase their exposure. These are the activities that organizations take part in, and we can see that network and coalitions have the most number of organizations. It is one of the most important. It is always it is seen that network activities, and when people come together, have more impact on events. So such activities have been given more importance by VisorEarth. This is again a supporting slide for the previous one, where we can see the activist type activities have the most number of users included in them. This is mainly because activist type activities requires the contribution of people being there for that event. So this is one of the highest activity types for VisorEarth. This is the report wherein we have actually calculated per year participation of the people. So we can see that 2011 has shown the maximum number of users as compared to 2010. The activity in 2010 was very less, but 2011 is actually showing that people are actually registering and ready to participate in events. Now, for example, India had just launched the Save Our Tiger campaign. There were many green forestry events that took place. So there was a lot of participation with a lot of people, and which led to the success of such events. We can also see that for 2012, people are actually registering for activities in that year. So going forward, people are looking a little more into the future and trying to be available, and they try to be available for such events. This is the views over time, wherein you can see that from the previous graph, 2011 had the most number of participation. So similarly, like when the year starts from January, February, March, April has currently shown the maximum number of views. This is because of a few events that are going to be held in April and May, and this is the reason for it. As we can see, going forward, people have actually registered for events in the coming year also. So this actually says that people are looking ahead at activities that interest them, and they are actually actively taking part in them. Alright, Finally, we come to the Jiffy part of it, part of the presentation, wherein we actually are looking at the nodes, which are actually the activities. The size of the nodes actually the size of the nodes gives the concentration of organizations which are there in these activities. The bigger the node, the higher the number of organizations. You can also see that these organizations and activities are well connected using area of focuses. So every organization and every activity has common area of focuses, and by which they are connected to every other activity. Alright, so this is our event type analysis. In this graph, in this Jiffy, what we have seen is we have kind of grouped events together to show their popularity, and we can see that there is a good network of events when it comes to this red block, small circle over here, this circle and this circle. It shows concentration of people coming in and actually contributing in these activities. Yeah, so drilling down into the previous slide, you can see that these are the activities which are very prominent and well connected. They have been properly networked, and the overall structure, it shows that people are actually connecting to each other, and they are all most of them are like inward graphs, inward arrows. I'm sorry. These events are for biking, for pollution, and for meal events. These are the event types that are taking place. So it has a lot of contribution. There are many other events which are there across the screen, but we have concentrated on these three to show you that these are very active. And based on our OBI report and our Jiffy analysis, we found that these three are the most prominent ones. This graph shows the area of focus, and it concentrates mainly on the blue circles over here are actually the area of focuses, and the small orange, and they have been connected, and organizations are a part of these area of focuses. You can we have actually seen that these area of focuses are most active around Pennsylvania and these regions. So sorry, these activities are more, the area of focus is more around Pennsylvania because of water activities going on, water saving activities going on in Pennsylvania in the current times. Also, you can see that there are other area of focuses also which are actually which are also prominent, and which have a considerable amount of exposure. This is the Tom Ridge Center, wherein of area of focus, which also has more attention. Alright, so these are this is a graph that shows US organizations in the US. These are organizations which are connected to each other, and it shows, and they are linked to each other. This actually makes the organization like gives the organization more exposure, and actually having more connections is better because they can actually have more events and more activities. More people can be made aware of such activities. See, as you can see in the graph, we have land stewardship project, LSP policy, human rights. This is all concerning human rights. This is one cluster of organizations that has been created. The other one is sustainable connections, and the one would be US Green Building Council. So this is more of a UN type of an organization. These are the smaller ones that are there. This is like the United Nations ones that we just spoke about right now. Yeah, so this is the country-wise organizations, and one of our questions that we had designed for the BI, we had actually wanted to concentrate on the country-wise contributions for Wiser Earth. And as we can see here, this red cluster is for the United States, and there are other clusters. The green one is for Australia, the blue one is for India. So these clusters say that the organizations are connected to one country, and these are country-wise classifications of clusters. Alright, finally we would like to conclude our presentation for the social media project, and we would like to recommend a few things to Wiser Earth. What we want to do, what we would like them to do would be to consider the least prominent organizations, ask them to hold events which are most popular. So how do they get these values? From our first star schema, they understand the organizations which are the least prominent, and the second one, they can find out events which are more prominent. So what they can do is they can actually aggregate these and actually have organizations come up and actually have, and organizations can network more so that they can make more people aware. So this is like the main objective of Wiser Earth, and this is what we recommend to them. And also doing this would increase the participation of organizations in other countries, and number of users, which is just currently 50,000 right now, would increase, and which is actually required for a Wiser Earth tomorrow. Thank you very much.